Okay, there's a lot of sunlight here. Listen, ladies and gentlemen, welcome to a brand new Pokemon video. Give me 1 second, okay? Just give me 1 second, okay? Let me just pull down this shit so I can actually see anything. Ladies and gentlemen, okay. Okay, this is the funniest shit I have ever seen. Now listen, okay, heads up real quick here. Listen, I'm not trying to hate on Pokemon. I'm still gonna play Sword and Shield. I'm still excited about playing Sword and Shield. There's still good stuff about Sword and Shield. But this is the funniest shit I have seen in a while, okay? Like, this is the funniest shit I have seen in a while, alright? Like, this is the funniest shit I have seen in a while. Alright, so what you see on the screen right here, what you're seeing right here, ladies and gentlemen, is a mobile Pokemon ripoff, okay? So FYI, if you guys don't know this, there's actually a huge market, okay? There's a gigantic market for Pokemon bootlegs on the mobile phone, right? There's a bunch of them. There's Pocket Town. There's a bunch of these like fake games that aren't officially licensed by Pokemon or, you know, officially licensed, you know, under Nintendo or anything like that, but just are illegally made games using the Pokemon property and name to make money, right? A lot of these exist, right? And I've covered a few in the past, and there's a lot of these, especially Chinese. These are all Chinese because, let's just be honest, China as a country is just kind of the bootleg country, right? They're very known to just steal other people's property and just kind of like reproduce it and put it out there. Usually in a lesser quality, right? Because if you see like bootleg Pokemon toys or like bootleg Pokemon toys look awful, bootleg, you know, games usually tend to be pretty awful. But this is one time where that isn't the case. This is one time where the bootleg beats out the actual real product. Now, let's look at this, right? So what you see here on the screen, ladies and gentlemen, I'll probably do this in a bit of a better sense. I'll probably edit this video a little bit more to my usual stuff, but what you see right here is the little gameplay snippet here from this mobile game. Now, I'm not sure which mobile game this is, but what you see right here is you see Pikachu smiling, right? So the model here seems to be a model from Sun and Moon, Ultra Sun and Moon. That's the model they're using, right? But what you're seeing right here, right? Look at this animation. Look at this animation. Look at this. Look at it. It does a nice spin. Its ears are moving, right? Its facial expression changes from happy closed eyes to surprise. Look, it's surprised right there. It's surprised all the way to happy face and then angry and then popping off its tail to launch off an Electro Ball, okay? Like, look at this. And look at it even jumps here. Look at its ears movement, right? And look at its eyes as it's throwing that, like, look at that animation! Look at that animation! Dude, this is, like, this is just insane, okay? This is just fun to me. Because, I don't know what else to say, man. I'm gonna be honest. I don't know what else to say. It just, every time I look at this, it just seems like so freaking funny to me. So let's continue here, right? Like, look at this shit. Okay, look at this, right? Look at this Magnemite. Okay, look at this Magnemite. Look at this Magnemite. All right, look at this Magnemite. Okay. Look at this Magnemite. Right? Look at this. Look at what happens when it gets hit, right? It falls into pieces. Look at that. Look at the animation. It gets chopped in pieces, my dude. It gets chopped in pieces. Okay? It gets chopped in, it literally gets chopped in pieces. Like, what is, what even is this? Dude, and even the game, like the game, look at the background. Look at the background. Now, this is yoinked, okay? This is yoinked. The models are yoinked, right? We know these are stolen, okay? But shit looks good, though. That's the depressing part. Shit looks good. It looks really good. It looks really freaking good. It's a triple battle here against one Pokemon, but it looks really good. Look at the Magnemite. It actually falls into pieces. Now, I'm just gonna search up. Okay, I'm just gonna search up Magnemite death animation just to make sure. Alright, ladies and gentlemen, so I actually did find here you go. So here is a video from Let's Go Peach, Let's Go Eevee, by the way, which have the same animations that we'll be seeing in Pokemon Sword and Pokemon Sword and Pokemon Shield. They're using the same animations from here. So the fainting animations that you see in Sword and Shield are the exact same ones that are in Sun and Moon and that are in Let's Go Peach or Let's Go Eevee, okay? So look at this, right? Here's a Magnemite fainting in Let's Go Pikachu and Let's Go Eevee, right? Look at the animation now when it faints. Look at that. It just falls down. It just falls flat. Yoink, and it's gone, right? And also, it's blowing a lot of wind right now. It might, like, make my glass over here fall down, but that's fine. But here you go. Here's the proof, right? And we go back to the actual footage here, right? I'm going to put it full screen right now just to like check it out even more in detail, so to say. So let's look at this thing again, right? So look at that, right? First of all, so many more facial expression, like, you know, jumps. Like, look at the ears where they're moving. Look at the spin itself, right? The jump there, facial differences, right? It switches a lot of facial expressions. It isn't like it's one expression all the time. The giant electric ball being created and then fired right off, and over here it actually like hits it, and then once it hits it, you can see, look, it falls apart. In that exact instance, it falls apart, and then there you go, it's gone, it's done for. And here you can see, of course, like, you know, an ash model and some, I mean, good looking trees and, you know, stuff. I mean, it looks really low quality right now because we're doing like this, but I gotta say, okay, this is what I'm talking about when it comes to Game Freak, okay? Like, they can definitely do this. And listen, I want to point something out, right? Clearly, a lot of people, like, for example, shiny hunters, don't care about this sort of stuff. But I do, personally, because I think it's kind of fun, seeing the animations and them being cool. That's what kind of makes Pokemon Stadium, Pokemon Battle Revolution and whatnot so interesting, because it feels more like an actual battle, right? Whereas, like, you know, if you're shiny hunting, you're just trying to speed through stuff. You don't really care about that. But when you play through the game initially, like, remove that side of the game, right? Remove shiny hunting and competitive battles and that stuff out of the way, and think of this more like a journey, right? If I'm in a journey, I would want it to feel like the same way it feels like when you're in the anime, right? Watching the anime. And when you watch the anime, it's like crazy. There's so many things happening. There's so much, like, you know, so many things all over the place, right? You've got, like, the moves going off. You've got crazy jumps and, like, weird things going on and whatnot. So I do like that, okay? I think it makes everything a little bit cooler. Now, there are some of those things, I will be honest and say, there are some other things in Sword and Shield, but they're executed the exact same way they always execute them ever since X and Y. They really aren't trying to set the bar higher. They're just keeping the bar low, and the same place it's been as in X and Y. They really haven't made that many, like, you know, changes. It's just been, like, incremental, minuscule, you know, improvements. But in all fairness, the only reason Sword and Shield even looks the way it looks, like, in all fairness, right? Sword and Shield is identical to Sun and Moon if Sun and Moon was also on the Switch. Because if Sun and Moon was on the Switch, trust me, these two games would be pretty much the same. They would look the same. The reason they couldn't have, like, better looking stuff in, you know, Sun and Moon was because of the limitations of the 3DS. They couldn't have more realistic trees and, you know, more realistic water, which Sun and Moon does have. And again, that's what I'm trying to get to, okay, is that it's kind of funny. It's just kind of funny to me. That this is more than anything that's funny to me. Okay, listen, I'm excited for Sword and Shield. I'm still gonna play the games. I love Pokemon, no matter what way or shape it comes in. Okay, I'm still gonna play it. But I will be honest and say that this is kind of sad in a weird way. I'm kind of sad to see that this is where we have landed when it comes to Pokemon. Where, I mean, really, is this how far we've gone? That now, like, you know, a mobile bootleg, by the way, has a really cool animation. Like, that's a cool animation. You can't deny this is a cool animation. And for them, like, ripping, you know, the model off and stuff, like, fair enough. But making a unique animation for it is quite unique, right? And even making a unique, like, fainting animation for this bad boy, boom. I mean, it's a small thing, right? Like, the arms fall off and the eyes, like, you know, just, like, gets yoinked. Like, you know, it's not a lot, but it's really cool. It's like, this is the sort of stuff, like, this is the small details, right? Like, it's about the small details that can make these games a lot better, right? I feel like that's where I feel like Pokemon's missing a lot. Because remember, like, Heart Gold Soul Silver, right? The reason Heart Gold Soul Silver was so cool was because they really put a lot of time and effort into the minutia. And the reason they don't do that anymore was because, well, look at this, right? Heart Gold Soul Silver sold 12 million copies, right? 12 million copies is what Heart Gold Soul Silver sold. But then look at Let's Go Pikachu, Let's Go Eevee, and how many that sold. 10 million copies. That's 2 million copies short, and guess what? Heart Gold Soul Silver had, like, what, 500 almost Pokemon in it, including 2 regions, and tons of extra features, you know, Battle Royale, what am I saying? Battle Frontier, and, you know, a bunch of other stuff there as well, tons of also legendaries to catch and stuff like that. It was basically a game filled to the brim with content, right? Think about it. But then look at Let's Go Pikachu, Let's Go Eevee. It's literally a 1-for-1 remake of Kanto with only 151 Pokemon and nothing beyond that. No post-game, and nothing else included beyond that. That's all it is. It's that one singular kind of like lackluster experience, you know, with nothing beyond it and no post game and nothing interesting to do once you kind of finish that base story, which we've already done a million times. You know, that's what I'm talking about, right? The difference there is gigantic. The difference is gigantic. It's like, you know, it's like apples and oranges, man. You know, Heart Gold Soul Silver, a lot of effort into it. Let's Go, way less effort, but equal amount of sales almost, which means that they realize, why put extra effort in when we can just basically make a less, you know, a smaller product, sell it into pieces, make more money. It just makes more sense. But I'm gonna be honest, it is what it is, though. I'm still excited about Sword and Shield. There's tons of stuff I'm actually like really hyped to still see. But it just disappoints me because I know Game Freak at this point. I know how they work. It's just funny seeing like this sort of stuff because up until now, the bootleg games have been pretty scuffed. Okay, some of them have looked really, really good and had some really cool features, but some of them have just been horrible. But this one looks, I don't know why, but this looks amazing. Okay, this like genuinely looks amazing. So yeah, ladies and gentlemen, thank you so much for watching the video. If you did enjoy, then drop a like down below, and I will catch you all in the next Ruffle Rally video. Have a great day, and bye-bye, ladies and gentlemen.
Shubba shubba up, shubba up, shubba up, shubba up, shubba up, subscribe, shubba up, shubba up, yeah, shubba shubba bobbity, shubba 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 shubba. Have a good day.